Hey friends, in today's video we're going to talk about the Voltaic Shade, which is a rapid-fire scout rifle from the Equilibrium dungeon. The standout perk is Precision Instrument, and of course, if I was lucky, the magazine perk could be Overclocked Heatsink, which is an extra 2% damage. And that does matter because then you could take off Precision Instrument, put on a different perk like the Dragonfly Mega Neurup, and then use something like Jolting Feedback. You still get the Precision Instrument time to kill, but you need 165 weapons to do so. So this scout does have unique things. Also, delicate tuning gives it extra range and handling and accuracy. And it's very noticeable, especially when you play double primary, swapping between the two guns when you need it most. It's so noticeable. It all sounds great, right? Unfortunately, it has one major drawback, which is sometimes the bullets just don't register. We're talking Destiny 1 style. Take a look at these clips. Okay, tell me that wasn't ghost bullets. I know it bloomed out from rapid fire, but... Do you see what I'm talking about? So, in this gameplay, I'm comparing a high range, low stability version of Voltaic Shade, that's this one, to a high stability, low range Voltaic Shade. I deleted that one. Comparing it to the OG Unworthy from the Sundered Doctrine. Keep in mind that I could have Keep Away here, and it would probably be a better scout rifle, but console players will swear by Rapid Hit, and it is pretty good. I just personally think Keep Away does scout rifle things better. And then in that same gameplay, I pull this out of my Destiny item manager, just so you can see what the true power of 97 range on a different frame looks like, and it's night and day. Don't get me wrong, these rapid fire frames with Precision Instrument are phenomenal, but sometimes you need a real scout rifle, and that's when Jade Rabbit and Sublimation come into play. Anyway friends, enjoy the test gameplay. It's going to be like a trip at the eye doctor, and I will see you in the next one. Here's the build. And I'm going to see which one is my favorite of the three, because this shoots some crazy ghost bullets. So this is the high stability version. To reiterate, I'm going to be swapping between all three this match. And it's good that it's kind of slower because that might lead to more gunfights. So once again, this is high stability with delicate tuning to make up for that lack of range, and it's hitting pretty good. Let's try the high range now. Ideally, like to get the best review, I need to use the stability version at far range and the high range version at close range, just to see what I'm having trouble with in terms of shots. They should be spawning on one of these. So this is where the high range should be dominating at low heat. I expect the right side soon. Luckily I have Knucklehead, so I'll know. They'll be bombing A with power ammo in a sec. I'm not paying attention to it just because review. Hopefully it doesn't persist for too long. So I lost a little accuracy with that slow. I'm also using Disaster Core Armor. There we go, that was phenomenal. Okay, let's try the OG now. Unworthy. Or it's on something. Something Zimmer clan. I mean, I'll take the death, I guess. Couldn't hip fire that final bullet. My fault for not running a green weapon. So you immediately notice the difference, like no auto reloading. I'm sure the reload animation is similar to the heat weapon. I do have radar booster on at all times when I play scouts. It just makes sense. That did take some flinch despite having an origin trait that is supposed to make it flinch less once I land shots. Okay, that was phenomenal. That felt great. Go back to high stability gun. It should be struggling here. It already experiences drop off. So that right there tells me maybe I don't want the high stability one. Let's try range. It's like a trip at the eye doctor. Yeah, that just beams them. The effortless. Alright, now let's try the third. Oh, hold up. The third. No, I needed him to peek. Only 10 in the chambers, so 2 kills. When you use a scout, it generates a lot of aggro. People do not like playing against scouts. Luckily, they keep running at me console lobby style, so I'm getting a lot of review on this gun in a short amount of time. This feels amazing. Push it again. Alright, that had some severe drop-off compared to the delicate tuning. So I'm noticing delicate tuning, I'm telling you. Night and day difference. I'm definitely keeping the high range one. Because if I switch to a scout, it needs to be a scout. And just for context, you could see the difference that I'm talking about. Let me grab another scout. This should glue to targets at a distance, comparatively, especially if I put on small bore. This should have no problem finding yellows, and Jade Rabbit even more than this. Easy. With 200 weapons, this will 2-tap with the Dodgio. It's lightning fast. Looking to the left. And now you get an extra range boost off of Dodgio, so this angle is more free. I'm gonna just throw that smoke to radar ping it, so they investigate it close. Looks like we have that spawn right now. Even if I die to a super, it doesn't matter. I want to test my suppressor throwing abilities. So you see the difference on how this regs compared to the rapid fires? This deck has no problem finding yellow numbers across the map. Even considering the high range one. And Jade Rabbit, even better. Even easier. And it has a perk that lets you hit body shots that count as headshots. Look, that was a windshield wiper from that distance. So now, Eye Doctor again, we're going to the max range. Perfection. That was like exactly its optimal distance for delicate tuning. If I miss shots, it just gets harder because I lose the range bonus and the accuracy bonus. Let's do the smoke trick again. And we wait. I had to walk up a little bit to get it to reg, but it regged. I could not have asked for a better match to test out the scout. Look, 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 look. It's struggling just because I took a few steps back. It's struggling to find yellows from that distance. I failed there. I accidentally hit the stick. That is why dead zones can be a good thing. Also, if I had keep away on this gun, there's a possibility it would just be the winner. I have rapid hit, which like controller players will tell you is the gospel. But I'm positive that I would prefer keep away for how I like to use a scout, which is as far away as possible. So I think that answered my question. The stability one isn't giving me such an advantage in close range that I want to keep it. So, hold on. Let me make sure I'm deleting the right one. That's the one I want to delete. That would have been a disaster. So I am going to keep the high range one. And if one day they ever nerf delicate tuning, or if I even need the stability, I can just go to tactical heatsink and get just a little bit of extra stability. Or fluted to fix the handling. So this one is here for the long haul. Ideally, I would want the extra damage here, so I could use it with jolting feedback and like 180 to 165 weapons. I don't remember. But yeah, this was a phenomenal gameplay for showing off the difference of scout rifle registration on controller. And wow, just a massive mismatch. Oh, is he actually holding me? Oh, my team cleaned house. That was a very high jump. We definitely came off the top roofs. That's why originally the Halo reticle was below center for that type of gameplay. Is he gonna land? Beautiful nade. They wouldn't push through the smoke, would they? They would. That was kind of disgusting. I got you, Phoenix. You know what? I'm going to add this gameplay to the scout rifle review or whatever, because this was a surprisingly active match where I had a lot of close quarter fights. That's where this frame of scout rifle shines compared to the other ones, is in just having a chance in a close quarter fight. Now, if the opponents are using hand cannons, you're still going to get flinched to the moon and not be able to do anything, which I think is kind of valid considering scout rifle's effective range, right? It has to have a drawback somewhere.